Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Paul Tranny diving in to a little UX, UI design, collaboration, all the fun stuff with the one and only Melissa Gutierrez.
Hi,
Good to have you. Am I saying your last name right?
Gutierrez. Yeah, you did a good job.
Nailed it. I know Spanish. No, I don't really.
You did say mountains in Spanish earlier.
Montañas?
Yeah.
That was like such an easy word.
You're
to
fluent,
say.
though. You're good.
I'm fluent. Thank you so much. Too kind. It's good to have you here, Melissa.
Thanks. Good to be here.
So where are you from? You flew in?
I'm from Miami.
Flew in from Miami yesterday?
Yeah,
Took
very
the
tropical.
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah,
now here you are. And
for
we're
sure.
so happy to have you.
So happy to be here.
Loving your style, loving your work.
Thank you.
Can't wait to dive into this. Thank you to Melody as well for doing the daily creative challenge.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And we'll be doing just a chat and win giveaway, just so you know, in about 30 minutes.
Nice.
And then in about 90 minutes, we're going to be doing this, reviewing some of the challenge designs, just so you know. So
Gotcha.
we'll kind of get your take on it as well. So you can find all that on good old on the challenge tab. So I want to welcome everybody, Jordan and Tamik and Anna, Eric in the house.
Welcome, Eric.
Thank you so much for being here. Especially Eric, specifically.
Today's your day, Eric. Yeah.
Eric, it's all about Eric today. So
Hi, Anna.
It's fun. I'm really looking forward to what we're doing today, and I can't wait for you to talk about yourself. Talk about yourself.
It's my moment now.
First of all, coolest jacket ever.
Thanks. I thrifted it.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Thank
cool
you.
Cool glasses as well. Cool jacket, cool glasses. Cool illustration above us as we see. Look at that. That's awesome.
It's me. With slightly wavier hair, but still same gist, same person.
Depends on whether there's a lot of humidity or not, or I don't know.
That is so true, yeah. I think in Miami my hair is like wildly curly, and I think in San Fran it's like tame. And
okay, tame. This is good.
Yeah.
Tame is good.
Tame is good.
But good to have you here. Thank you, Paul, for joining us. So your name is Melissa, as the slide says.
Yeah, allegedly this is me.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
For sure. So I am Melissa Gutierrez, and I'm a user experience and data visualization designer.
That's a mouthful. That's
Yeah,
a big user experience and data visualization designer. And the data visualization is fascinating.
Yeah.
And so important, I
For
think,
sure.
today. So. And do you work on your own? You work for a company?
So I'm currently like a data visualization designer for Royal Caribbean.
Cool.
So I think what's really interesting about these two fields is like a lot of people don't understand how often UX is part of data viz. So I think it's kind of complementary, and one knowledge really facilitates the other, which is really cool.
Yeah, I feel like data visualization is almost like the synopsis of a lot of. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you read the synopsis of a movie, that's kind of what data visualization, like boil all this down into something that's like easy to consume kind of.
Yeah, for sure. And like humanize it too.
Yeah, and humanize it. So just like it makes sense. So that's cool.
For sure. I think often when you hear like data, it's like this that feels like this like abstract concept that doesn't really feel tangible. But with data visualization, it really.
I like data visualization. Data, not so much. Data visualization, I'm like, oh, you're gonna make pretty pictures out of data. That's like right up my alley.
Tell a story with data. Yeah, for
tell
sure.
A story. So we're happy to have you here today and tomorrow.
Thanks. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll dive into this. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a little bit about myself.
Tell me more.
Yeah. So I actually have a BFA in photography.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good. From Parsons. Oh really?
Yeah, I spent some time in New York. Yeah.
That's a great school.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Some great professors. Shout out to Parsons. Anyone go to Parsons?
Okay, yeah. Would love to hear it, but man, that's such a cool school.
Yeah, it was great.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
into it.
So then, after graduating, I was working at a few like magazines as an assistant photo editor.
Okay.
And then I think at a few years afterwards, I started to get really curious about like design, and I wanted to know more. And so I moved back to Miami, and I enrolled in the MFA program at UM, the Interactive Media program, and that's really where I learned about UX design and data visualization.
Wow, that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
you have quite a resume, shall I say?
You.
Know, so it's like we could have you to do some UX UI and then have you do some photography stuff too.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if I still have
two
it.
for
It's
one.
been a while.
So cool. Brianne says data visualization is cool, and also ran into that, like wanted to get into it, but like where do you begin when it comes to that? And what's your answer to that?
My answer is I think that there's a really great data visualization community starting out now. There's actually a data viz design like Slack channel, and they break it down into different sections, and it's just a really good resource to have.
Okay, yeah, very cool. And it is a newer field.
For sure, yeah. It's like almost, we're in a data viz renaissance, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Into it. Well, so happy to have you here.
Yeah.
You're smartest woman in the room, which is not that hard when you have me in here. Smartest person in the room.
No. So this is some of my previous work. So this is the evolution of women in comedy. It's like a snapshot of it right now, which is a project we'll be kind of modifying today. And then this is another like snapshot of an app that I created. It's called the Gemini app.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So these are just like some of your projects. So the one on the left, Evolution of Women in Comedy, is probably what we're going to work on today.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm excited.
I like that jitney too. Good job with the colors.
Thank you so much.
That's a good job with the colors.
Yeah.
I think everybody, we had, excuse me, Ashley Hohenstein up earlier today, and she did, we had so much fun playing with color. And it's just like such an important part of, just looking at it gets you excited.
For sure.
Good job on these colors, by the way, because again, I think some people, if you would have pushed that yellow a little too yellowy, it would have been like IKEA, especially
or
with
like
the
taxi
sans
cab yellow.
or a taxi cab, but it's just like just the right amount. So
well, this was actually a project I revisited too, so I think it actually helps to take off a few months away from the work and like look at it again because you get a new perspective.
I think that's a great idea. It's just like revisit old work and just like honestly, it kind of shows how much you've grown as a person.
For sure.
Into it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's what I'll be revisiting Evolution of Women in Comedy today.
Into it.
Yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'm kind of taking suggestions for new names. The project's about women in comedy. So this is it.
Is it out there now? Could I
go
to
you could. I think the live link is right here. So it's melissagutierrez.github.io.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to remember all that.
I could also go to it, too.
Yeah, just open that up. I'll get it squared away.
So let's see. So I'll kind of, go back to it. So basically, this project was a site that explores the landscape of comedy and how it's changed throughout the years. So by looking at this project, we're able to see how comedians and cultures have kind of shifted over time. I think I love to laugh. I love comedy. I think it's kind of like the antidote to like any situation. If you're in a good mood, you're in a bad mood, like comedy just fixes everything.
Yeah, into it.
Yeah, so this was my homage to like my favorite comedians.
Yeah, which is fascinating. So I see Mary Tyler Moore,
love
Fran
her.
Lebowitz.
Yeah.
Shirley MacLaine, Whoopi Goldberg, wow.
Yeah, do you guys have any favorite comedians of yours, or do you have a favorite comedian?
Yeah, I do. Right now, I will say it is, I like John Mulaney a lot.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen, he has like a Netflix special, right?
He does.
Nice.
He has definitely a couple specials out there, at least too. So I've seen him live, and I think he's currently my favorite.
Cool.
So if you have favorite comedians, love to hear.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres is really good. Like
she's solid. She's just like amazing.
Right?
Like throughout the decades.
She
just
actually
amazing.
she just has a recent Netflix special.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't seen it though. I saw actually on the way over here. There's a great documentary about Gilda Radner. She was one of the first comedians for SNL.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, women comedians. It was great.
Posting that link too, by the way, if you want to check out this
cool.
career women in comedy.
Yeah. So these
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
I love Kristen Wiig. She's incredible. So these were some of my sketches for women in comedy. So I knew that I wanted to have like a header image of the illustration of comedians, and then like an about. And then also something too that I thought about was I created a list of 50 comedians. And something that I did, I categorized them into groups. I think what's really interesting is like all these women kind of belong to a period of time, and the comedy reflected where we are. Like they're all US based as well. So it kind of is interesting to see that shift over time. And yeah, I thought about demographics and how to show that, and also just different ways to tell the stories of these comedians.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to do some data visualization with these comedians. Do you define their comedy as well? Is that another thing that you could do with data visualization?
Yeah, you could. I think I like one of the early parts was like categorizing them. So I looked at like, so the first genre was like the pioneers of comedy, right? Where you have like Lucille Ball and like Carol Burnett. And then I thought about like 1960s where it becomes like Mary Tyler Moore. These women become like career women. So that was like a method of data was like categorizing them. And then it was also really interesting to see, I can show over here, but we have these like little data clusters. So it's interesting to see kind of how when you see the comedians next to each other, you can really see the evolvement of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that is really cool. This is going to be fascinating. So I did post that link to kind of check this out and some of these details. So this will be fun to work on.
Yeah.
Into it.
For sure. So in this
There's Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah. So in this project, I included some illustrations. I thought that was a great way to kind of show the characters of the comedians, and as well, you can see change over time with these women.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I worked on some of this that I'll have to share with you.
Oh, for sure.
You'll have to give me a second to pull it
Oh yeah,
up.
no worries. Take your
I
time.
used Gemini, so.
Cool. So yeah, this I can pull up the final site too. But this was it. The pioneers of comedy, Mobs Melee. And so you can actually see in these clusters, they're the beginning, and then you go to career women, and then you can kind of, I think it's a nice way to contrast them too. But I'm open to suggestions if you guys think of ways to.
And this is the demographics, so like sort of they're, broken up. Is that like by ethnicity?
Yeah, it's by
okay.
ethnicity. So you have African American comedians, and then you have Caucasian comedians, and the color in the background represents that. So the blue would be for African American, and then the purple would be for Caucasian.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But
there's the Golden Girls.
They're the Golden
right?
Girls,
That's what Voodoo Val mentioned.
I love the Golden Girls. I think they're amazing.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the show?
Yeah, you know what's interesting about it? It's like they have nothing to do with my life at all. And that's also what's very fascinating about it. It's like, this is totally not, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah, actually they take place in Miami. So
it does?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
So, shout out to Miami from there.
Anybody else from Miami on the stream, let us know. Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
That was my fault.
But yeah, so I think what I'm excited for is to see how I can I took a few months off from this project and just thinking of new ways to represent it. I've done some sketches of potential directions to take. Yeah.
Betty White, yes, totally into it.
Yeah.
And so we'll just revisit this and just kind of dive into it. I think you have some sketches. We could always, and we get to do this over the course of 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So we can, I can help with that.
For sure. Excited for that collaboration.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the new generation. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, Mindy Kaling, Alana Glazer.
So good.
So funny.
So good.
Broad City.
I was just watching some Broad City a few nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
She's just so awesome. Leslie Jones, Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, I love Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish was at Sneaks, Adobe Max.
Oh yeah?
Sneaks. So
That's
we
awesome.
sneak new technology at our conference.
Yeah.
And she was our co-host. She's fantastic. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She was so funny. Yeah, she was the best.
That's awesome. She's great. I love Leslie Jones too. I feel like I stay up for her skits in SNL. She's just always good.
Yeah. I think she's definitely a personality for sure.
Yeah.
I'm into her. So this is fascinating.
Yeah. And then the last part was I mapped out where their birthplaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's
very cool.
I can show some sketches, of
let's
some
show
current
some.
direction.
Did you work on that on your iPad?
I did.
Fascinating. So if you were joining us earlier as well with Ashley, she did her sketches on the iPad as well.
Cool.
So which way can you turn that? Can you turn it horizontally?
I can.
Or will that? You should
be able to.
There.
Almost had it.
I think you have to. It is rotating. Yeah. So. There you go.
Awesome, thank you.
Boop. There you are. Fancy.
So something that I was thinking about too was kind of, by the way, I love Adobe Sketch.
Oh, good.
I think it's like, yeah.
Awesome. We got more coming. We have, somebody will probably mention Project Gemini, which is like Sketch and Adobe Illustrator Draw, like in one and then some.
Oh my gosh.
That's what this is, by the way.
That looks amazing. That looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yeah, so something that I wanted to do, now that I took like a few months off from the project, I realized I didn't really have like a proper landing page, like a proper introduction page that kind of shows the comedians that were featured in the project.
Okay.
And then I was really into the concept of like a timeline. So I think maybe laying out the years and then having a preview of the times that they were really like their moment, I guess. So like the ladies of now, you would see preview illustrations of them now, or then maybe starting with like Lucille Ball and the pioneers first.
Yeah, I'm into the timeline. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it could be a good way of showing stuff. And then this is also like subject to change, but I was thinking about like detail pages, maybe having like an accordion style where you can kind of hold down and see, and kind of gives each comedian like a spotlight.
Okay. Yeah, you can like expand out, like if it's an icon of them, kind of
exactly
get more details. Okay,
yeah.
Very cool.
So it kind of gives them their moment.
Yeah, and you're usually working off of data that you're given, that's given you from the client, right?
Right, exactly.
So imagine this is a brief that you're given, like you have all this data, and here obviously we're visualizing it.
Exactly. But yeah.
Detail page.
My detail page,
Landing page, timeline, detail page. What's beneath it?
So this is like a consideration,
genre?
yeah. So I have like the genre name. That's kind of how I broke down the categories of the comedians. So this was something I was considering, but I'm not so sure. I think I'm leaning towards the accordion style.
I think I like the accordion style.
Yeah.
And then what is the center one there?
So I was thinking about like the navigation. So like what did I want to include? I think I should have definitely like an about page explaining it, and then where kind of home would take you. It would take you to like the landing page, and then menu would ultimately be the timeline where you can select.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good. So I like that. That
Thanks.
timeline, rather than just putting them in a sort of alphabetical order,
right.
They go in a very logical.
Yeah, and that way you have
place
more
and time.
control, right? Like if you wanted to see something, you can just kind of go there.
What is this next one? I don't know if there's any more of these you need to describe.
So this is the accordion, and then this is like the accordion detail page.
Expanding.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
Cool.
once you expand it, then you would see that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you.
Ooh, look at that. Perfect. Fantastic. We are set up. We have some sketches, some like storyboards, I guess is what you could call them. Not quite a wireframe, but shall we switch to your desktop now?
Yeah, we can switch over.
Kind of dive in to your desktop.
I did day one. So reviewing the project, mapping out potential fixes to the project, which is what we were talking about. And then, we can create some wireframes on XD.
Yeah, very cool. Cool. Marissa asks if, that's a side note about if Gemini is going to replace Sketch and Draw or be in addition to.
Oh, I
what
see.
they're asking.
Cool.
First off, like in general, like if you are a company and you have multiple apps that do the same thing, are you wasting money basically? So I can't say either way.
Got it.
Yeah. Probably will, no sense in maintaining two apps that are very similar is all. So I don't know either way.
That's a good
Day
point.
2, we're going to do high fidelity. Oh, that's fun. High fidelity stuff.
And then like prototyping.
Prototype. Cool.
Yeah, and seeing some like
cool.
interactions and how that would work. Cool, I think I have a question. Never know what to do with my iPad.
Yeah, it's 7 years old. Most apps don't work on it because it's only the iOS 9.3. Huh.
Oh.
That's 7 years old. That's a pretty old, like, iPad.
It's a mature,
it's matured. This one's a 2015, by the way, and this thing is, like, fantastic.
It's nice.
I've been running
I like
Gemini
the size
on
of
it, and I've been running Photoshop for the iPad on this.
So cool.
2015.
Yeah, mine's is like the smaller version, which is nice too. I feel like I have pretty small hands, so it's nice with it.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes larger is just much too much screen real estate traveling around for some things. But yeah, let's dive into it.
Cool. Yeah, so I have Adobe XD.
Yeah, Basilio, we required, what's the name of the company that we required that does Substance Painter? I can't remember the name. Anyway, so we're also venturing into sort of the area of like 3D and sort of painting on 3D and like those textures, and that sort of like the artist side of 3D is kind of where we're going with Substance and Substance Painter and stuff. So anyways,
that's really cool.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. So I actually, when thinking about the landing page, I also love Adobe Color. I knew that from my sketches that I wanted to incorporate pink and blue, but almost in a more saturated way than I had in my previous project. So I got this color scheme.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
Algorithmic. Thank you, Basilio. That's the name of the company that does Substance Painter.
Cool. So I can actually show, when thinking about the landing page, see, I think it's under my sketches. I did this on Sketch. So the illustrations, thank you.
That's fun too.
Yeah, the illustrations that I had, I thought about what if I kind of had this stencil-like style, and then since I knew that I wanted to use that pink, how they would look. And I think this is good because it's a good way for you to preview before you even know what the project is about. You can recognize some of these comedians.
Yeah, totally. Into it.
Yeah, sweet.
That's basically any picture is data visualization.
Yes, exactly.
If you think about it.
I feel everything could be data visualization.
Yeah, this is a data visualization of Paul.
Yeah.
That's what this is. And you even made it even more iconic in those sketches. Here's just the basic elements of this person.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I think what's interesting too with comedians is their expressions are also so telling. I feel like Lucille Ball, maybe this expression, you're like, oh yeah, I recognize that from episodes that I've seen, or Estelle Getty from Golden Girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she has kind of this smirk going on, which is very telling.
Into it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So then, let me consider dragging my banner over here.
Let's do it. Don't forget about the challenge that we have going on. Check out that challenge tab.
Yes.
In about 5 minutes, we'll do a little chat and win just for fun and to honor you and say, hey, thanks for hanging out with us on this beautiful Wednesday.
For sure.
It's beautiful.
It's a great Wednesday.
It is a great Wednesday.
Yeah.
The weather's nice and everybody hopefully is happy and they're having a good hair day.
Yes.
I wish you all a good hair day.
So I think I'll maybe start with something a little bit more lo-fi. So I know that I want to have the banner image here. Say I can gray out for now. But then I also want to have a little box here. This looks good. No.
That's funny. Voodoo Val says the data visualization for Voodoo Val, is 30% art, 70% Star Wars, 100% nerd.
That's great.
But I love that what a great way to visualize a person.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other thing.
What would be your breakdown?
That's a hard one. It'd be 90% hair and 10% naps. I don't know.
I love naps. I feel like they're highly underrated.
Oh, I know. They're highly underrated.
Yeah.
Gorkem, welcome from Turkey. Good to have you
Welcome.
here. If you are joining us, we'd love to say hello to you. And dive into this, have a little enter. There we are. Boom.
Yes. So I think that I noticed that I got Utopia from the Adobe typefaces.
Cool.
Yeah, but right now, instead of going hi-fi, I'll just keep it something a little bit more basic. Maybe not robotic. Let's see. I'll do really.
Cool.
So enter, and then this would be the landing page. And then I'm thinking too, maybe having a text box that would kind of accompany it. Also a title, right? So right here. Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions for another name of women in comedy, open to it.
And we'll have to think about that. I mean, it does make a lot of sense. Like women in comedy is a good. But it kind of tells what it is. If we think of something clever, then that's great.
Yeah, laughing out loud or.
Yeah. Kerwin, I love the idea of like. So he's talking about a personal visualization challenge, like a Pokemon card that describes yourself.
Oh, that would be amazing. I'd love that.
With like stats or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Into it.
Good idea, Kerwin. Make it a little bit bigger. Cool. So very bare bones at the moment.
Yeah, into it.
And then we can move on to something like the timeline. So I know I want to have something here. Maybe if size 4.
Hello, Fernando from Brazil.
Hi, Fernando.
And Benjamin as well. Rayaz. Cars. I think Dado, I think you're right. Dado says you should keep women in comedy. Kind of says it all.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Do you like a gray?
Apologize.
No worries at all. In this timeline, I kind of like the shape idea. Something like
Holding down
this.
the shift key to kind of constrain it.
Yeah. Make sure it's even. Put a little fill.
You know who fascinates me is Mae West.
Yeah. She was fascinating.
Yeah, because she was almost like I feel like if Marilyn Monroe, like, because she was like a blonde bombshell.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
Yeah.
You know, and kind of had those kind of like risque jokes at the time. I feel like
For sure.
You know, like those sexy innuendo type jokes.
Yeah.
And she looked like Marilyn Monroe kind of. So
Yeah.
she's just so fascinating for her time to kind of. It's so interesting. So.
No, I agree. And I think that too, she had like a lot of expressions on her face. Like she almost didn't have to talk to act.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Unlike other people, so Kerwin mentions Tig Notaro.
Oh,
which is
Tig
awesome.
is
These are
great.
great people.
Yeah.
But Tig is like very dry,
Yeah.
not expressive.
She's very
but
deadpan.
Super funny. I love
Yeah.
that deadpan stuff.
Yeah, I love Tina Fey.
So good.
30 Rock Forever.
Wanda Sykes has a new Netflix special out now as
Oh,
well.
nice. I have not seen
pretty
that.
good.
But Wanda's amazing. Let me move this over here.
So Benjamin, by the way, so what we would do before we start this is like kind of understand the data, have the data. You already showed your sketches, and now
Yeah.
we're kind of doing sort of like a wireframe look, kind of
For
getting
sure.
this kind of laid out based on the sketch above. So that's kind of where we're at with this.
Yeah. Just sketching out some potential solutions. But I knew that like we were saying, taking time off from the project is so important because now I know that like having a landing page is important, and also having a timeline really breaks down the content in a way that feels more manageable, I'd say. Just the great thing about UX.
Ooh, speaking of UX, this has nothing to do with UX, does it? I don't know. It actually does. This data visualization.
Part of our experience.
It says, hey, you know, excitement's happening because we're going to dive into Chat and Win right now.
Yay!
Welcome back, everybody. Feel free, we just need you to say something in chat, like maybe your favorite comedian. Maybe you are your favorite comedian. That's great as well.
Yes.
Just as long as they're intelligible words, so we know you didn't fall asleep on your keyboard and just like, whatever. And what you will win is 100 stickers from Sticker Mule. That's what they're
Nice.
getting.
I love Sticker Mule.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So, stickers are what you're going to win, kind of like this, but 3x3 inch squares.
Those
and
are
100
great.
of them.
I feel like I could
So-
use some stickers. Maybe I should like enter it for
It's
that
a very
challenge.
it's a very personal choice
Yeah.
too, to go like very bare bones and clean, one big one or
Yeah.
a lot of little ones. It's a very
This was a change from this morning.
okay. I like it. And I like that Archibald Henderson has won. He's
Congrats,
our
Archibald.
winner of Chat and Win, and you'll get 100 stickers. that we bring to your house, and we just start slapping them all over the place.
Create like a
you've
sticker.
been stickered. Like 100 of them. Oh, I didn't know this was chat win. Help. I didn't know what this would look like. So, but yeah, the easiest, fun way to, buy stickers and use them.
For sure. Cool. So let me move these over. I love that XD kind of just shifts everything into place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun time. Yeah, these are very preliminary.
I think my job to create the illustrations for you, or whatever. Do you have illustrations? I don't have them done yet.
No, it's fine. Mm-hmm. I think too is like part of it. Maybe what kind of style, like that's up for exploration.
That's
right?
true. That's true. And you being the boss, you just have to tell me if you like what you see and whatever.
Do you want to like show some of the?
Not right now. I mean,
Cool.
I can't. I don't want to plug it in. Just
okay,
right
yeah,
now,
no worries.
I think what they'll do is they'll see it tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
But I do have the GoPro, so maybe I will. So you just continue on your way.
Just continue. So this is like a very bare bones exploration of maybe what the timeline would look like. So then moving on to the accordion style. Add a fill. Gray there. Maybe a little bit bigger, so there's some room.
Easy. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom. Just stunning.
Have you, excuse me, have you used like repeat grid yet?
I think I have before.
I need to drink some of that. Oh, what? You leaving? I got this one. Sorry.
No worries. So this is at a
here's something you could do here as well. Like delete those first three, or any one of the
first three?
Not the first three. Like keep the first one, delete these back three, and then select the first one. Go up here to repeat grid. Click right there. Boop. Now grab that bar.
That is stunning.
So that's like one way to do even just something simple, because obviously it was like really easy to draw 4 boxes.
For sure.
But it's also easy to use this. And then once you have it there, and you could always like break it apart too.
Nice.
So if you like with it selected, you can go back up there and ungroup grid.
That's
and
super
now
cool.
it's back to, your individual shapes.
Right.
So it's just different ways to make things just for fun.
Different routes.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. So just let's see. I can paste this guy in here. I think maybe get rid of these two. I don't know. Did not do option.
Oh, you're going to do that slide out part. Got it.
Yeah. So I think maybe getting rid of one. Maybe it'll be something like this, right?
Oh, yeah.
And moving this over. Gorgeous. So here's what I'm thinking is, I guess this is where like the illustration of a comedian would go. And then I think what could be interesting too is having like some text. This kind of really like focuses in on them. But yeah.
Yeah, into it. Continue doing do your thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. And yeah, you can continue working.
Let's see. Accordion style. And actually I want to take a look at the menu. The nav bar.
And there's different ways. Like if we were working on this project together, we could be like sharing assets and stuff like that. We can use Creative Cloud libraries. We could share a Creative Cloud folder. We could use a Dropbox.
Right.
There's a number of things we can do.
So many ways to go about it.
I would probably use Creative Cloud libraries because then you can like, if I'm working on something, you drop that in. If I update it, it'll update in.
That's great.
In XD too.
So I think for the nav bar, I was thinking about having the home option that would go back to the landing page. So let's do something like home. It's a little big for home.
I agree as well. Duval says you're very positive when designing, which is nice.
Thank you. I think the blazer, the color affects the mood.
No, I'm into it.
Thank you.
It's, it's like you're looking good, you're having a good hair day. You're like, yeah,
it's all in the hair, right?
I'm going to be great at designing today. My hair looks great. There's no reason it wouldn't be awesome.
Nothing to fear. So many.
So yeah, Dado, that's a good idea. Sort of the project name tagline. You know, the evolution of women in American comedy. So that is
nice.
that's like almost. I think that's almost like more like a byline, like, not the main. That's almost too long to be the name of the site or whatever. But I like how that sums up everything.
I like it
exactly
too.
What it is.
Yeah, and I think it's important. To
I would almost
specify.
do women in comedy. And then have the evolution of women in American comedy. Like, you can be a little more specific.
Gotcha.
Because we've been saying women in comedy. So
right.
It tends to just be succinct to the point.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think actually having American comedy there is great to like narrow down and see that your scope is just within US instead of like a broad sense. But I would love to know about international comedians.
Yeah, there's, again, sorry to talk up Netflix so much, but there's also
this is great.
A series on Netflix that I can't remember the name of it, but it's all about comedians around the world.
Oh, really?
And they'll focus on like Canada and then like overseas different places, and it's just kind of fascinating.
That's amazing.
Like, oh yeah, humor might be different in other places.
Yeah.
So
I always wonder that too. Like I wonder what humor like is in
like Iran or something.
Yeah, like well, if you guys have any.
And actually, what I would love to, because it could be very similar.
Yeah.
They're probably talking about the same little idiosyncrasies in their life, which is fascinating.
Or if just like how many of these comedians kind of transcend through countries, right? Like like is Golden Girls a comfort show in Turkey? Maybe
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like which shows translate well?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So then having these options. Okay. I lost my little, there I am. So I guess the question too is, I'm kind of into the outline style of the comedians, but there's something about having them in color, which I think is interesting. So what do you guys think? Or YouTube?
Yeah. I think the answer is yes. I think it should be both.
You think both?
Well, I definitely love the color, but I think there's I like the color explorations that you've done, and we could use both. So it could go from, sort of this, outlined, simplified version to a full color version when you're on the detail page.
That's a great suggestion.
Mixing it up like that.
Yeah. And I think that's actually something that when I was looking at the old project being a few months old, was something that it kind of just showed one style. So maybe by having like a combination of these different styles, it kind of adds another dimension to the project.
Yeah, that's true too. And you can mix up styles, but you do need like some consistent elements. So it could be different styles, but everything's tinted the same color, or there's something consistent so it doesn't look like just a hodgepodge of a lot of things.
Right. So I think with like Adobe Sketch, something that I like to do too is like with the colors, I think that's a tricky thing, but I like to use the watercolor brush. I think that's
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally want to.
I guess I think it's like my consistent element maybe throughout.
Are you for some of that watercolor stuff? How are you doing it?
Just through Adobe Sketch. So I kind of do like a lower
in Sketch.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
I tend to do like a lower opacity, so it has this kind of like softer feel. But yeah.
Into it.
Thanks.
You're going to be excited to see Gemini then.
I'm so excited.
Because it does watercolors like amazing.
Really?
Like it's so good. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
So that's why we're like kind of limited on our showing of it, especially the interface, because it's literally like changing as we speak. Mm-hmm. And so that's why we don't like showing the interface, because it's just like too many moving parts.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, so then let me think about... Something too that I was kind of considering was I had a map in the other one, in my previous version. So I'm thinking about ways to show that map as well. So then it could be something like, this is going to be the map placeholder. We could have a gray fill here. And this could be a good way to, well, actually the map might be a little wider than that. Right there.
I think The Office is like the #1 show on Netflix.
Is it really?
Most watched.
Bigger than Friends?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's The
Wow.
Office. And I don't know what specific stats, but it was all about like the most watched show is actually The Office.
That's great.
Yeah, because it's his comfort. Kerwin says it's like his comfort show because it's kind of good fun show to have on like in
Yeah.
the background
Yeah.
or whatever.
What's your comfort show?
I've really been getting into New Girl.
Yeah?
I think New Girl. Have you watched it?
I feel like I've watched the first 2 seasons, but then I didn't keep up with it.
Yeah, it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like with Jake Johnson and Schmidt. Which
I remember
don't know
Schmidt.
That. Schmidt's so funny. I'm very much my personality's exact. If I was a comedian, that's my show character.
Yeah?
Is pretty much Schmidt.
Like 70% Schmidt or?
I'm like 90%
Wow.
Schmidt. The only other 10% is that he's Jewish and I'm not, but we're pretty much like the same person.
Wow.
Very tidy and neat and
Yeah.
make sure people get to school on time or whatever.
That's great.
Because he's like Jake's, he's
Yeah.
like trying to take care of him half the time in the show. So
I feel like Tina Fey, Liz Lemon, 30 Rock is my person. I
Oh.
think maybe I'm like
Oh,
80%
okay.
her.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Liz Lemon.
Yeah. 20% Sophia from Golden Girls.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That
that
is
would be my
good.
mix. But yeah. So then having the map here. And then I kind of like the idea of having like a text box that kind of informs the viewer about what the map is showing. There. It's great. But yeah, I can actually start diving into some color for these guys.
Yeah, do it.
I think it's time.
I was going to show you, and since you're going to add color before we even get
Oh,
to
yeah.
color, I'm just going to show this really fast. Just really quick. Let's go
This is
full
great.
screen. I wish I had my darn... oh, I probably got to hold it this way. All right, so anyways, so this is Gemini, but you can obviously
So
see
cool.
those, like all of those strokes and everything. And this is just pencil.
That's
so we
amazing.
can start here, and then you're gonna have various layers. I flipped it because I actually put the menu on this side, because I'm left-handed. So I'll
Nice.
sometimes use my right hand to switch the tool, and my left hand to draw, and that's
This
kind of
is so cool.
what I've ended up with. And again, if I had my Apple Pencil, but as you get into the watercolor, by the way, yeah, I need my Apple Pencil. But there are such things as live brushes, which are amazing. So you can simulate watercolor and oils, which are
Whoa.
really, really neat.
That's so exciting.
So that's gonna be next. And by the way, as I show you this, my screen, oh, there she is. Just
Love it.
transferred directly over all the layers and fun stuff. So I can
Yeah.
actually color on my desktop now as
Oh,
well.
that'd be, yeah.
Since you
I feel like you really
mentioned.
captured Lucille's mood too.
Yeah, she's easy because she's kind of iconic with the red lips
Yeah,
and the
red
the
hair.
the red hair and everything. It's gonna work out really. She's gonna be easier than some other people, I feel.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be a good one.
That's actually, I wonder too, like, how would it look if these were black and white like this, and then you just had like elements of color that would pop? So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's exactly what you're doing with your illustrations.
Yeah.
You deduce them down to their simplest form, even like Leslie Jones that you showed.
Right.
It's like her hair and just like the shape of her face. I get it. That's
Yeah,
Leslie Jones.
yeah.
You don't need much more detail other than that. So
For
it's
sure.
good.
Cool.
All right.
Let's dive into.
But yeah, dive into color if you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna color this image while you do that.
So
Okay?
exciting, yeah.
And less than 45 minutes to get your designs in for the challenge.
So exciting.
So that is.
I think maybe lowering the opacity of this would be great. Something where it's still like legible and readable, but you know, adds a little bit of a flair. get rid of that border. And now we can switch over from Railway to Utopia. The fun begins.
Into it. And go ahead and make XD a little larger so we can just be able to see everything. And
there you are.
That helps. Thank you.
So, I'm going to try if I make this a little bigger, just so it has more emphasis. So right now it's at 80. And what was the byline we were thinking about?
It was the, I personally think it should be women in comedy should be the main line, and then there's like the evolution of women in American comedy.
That's a great suggestion. So, next this.
All right.
A little bigger, smaller.
Welcome, everyone. If you're new to
Welcome, everyone.
Joining us. Also, I wanted to mention the challenge, by the way, again.
Oh, yeah.
That's Melissa's first day, day one, which is our day for challenges as well. Switch over to my screen. You can see challenge tab right here, and it's all about making an XD file. Excuse me. Does real-time order status updates, which this is what Melody just showed about 30 minutes ago. We give you a starter file, but basically like, I ordered this, it's in process, it's on the truck, it's at my house, it's stolen by someone else. Can you please have that tracking? Yeah. Can that please be
That'd be amazing. I don't think I've lost a package recently, have you?
Okay. Yeah. Last week.
Last week.
Not this Monday, the previous Monday.
Oh, no.
And I could see them on my little Ring doorbell.
That's so sad.
I could see them sneaking up like Monday morning at 5 a.m.
No.
Taking this package and running off with it.
I'm so sorry.
It was gold bars, too.
What's
Just
gold?
kidding. They were gold bars. It was like a tarp thing. It was like clear plastic.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm like, I hope you don't get any use out of it. I hope your stuff still gets wet, even though you have a clear tarp
serves you
over
no
it.
help.
Yeah, how dare you? So, anyways,
sorry about your tarp.
Yeah, it's okay. I ordered another one, which will arrive probably while I'm here. So that one will get stolen as well.
No.
I'm too busy traveling to pick up packages.
Second tarp's the charm.
Exactly. That's what I hope. It gets there on Friday, and I get home Thursday night. Yes, Lindsay, I am bitter. No. About it. It's all good. So that's your goal. Track packages clear to the thief's house where they put up their tarp.
And
you find out they're using it as a blanket.
Well, maybe you'll recognize that tarp, right? Because it's someone, it's like within the distance.
It's clear tarp. How am I going to see it? Yeah. Just joking.
Maybe it's
clear. Just joking.
You'll follow your heart. It'll lead you to your tarp. I feel like it's we should have our own design segment, like design where you think Paul's tarp went.
Yeah, I know. I hope it's keeping an animal warm or something.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that ending.
Yeah.
I think maybe 65. Cool. So I like the idea of having this be a little bit more vibrant. So let's raise it to like a 120. Lower this. Then shift it over.
Second tarp's the turn.
Cool, and I think this actually has like a border I want to get rid of.
And I'm like, I've installed these like cameras and stuff too, but all it does is just allows me to watch the person steal my stuff.
That's so sad.
I'm like, oh, it didn't help. I don't get my stuff. I just get to watch them run off with it.
Oh.
Because I put up I have a second camera too. And all I got is the same hooded person. Can't really see him.
What if it's like part of a trick, right? And then on Christmas Day, they give you all your packages.
Maybe they keep taking things, and then they give me a bunch of packages on Christmas Day. And it's all the stuff they stole from me. That's funny.
Yeah, and it just has like, I don't know, they have like a diary or something.
No, they just send photos of The tarp. It's in different places or something.
That would be a great data visualization project.
That would be cool.
That would be.
I'd be into it.
I would subscribe to that.
Mm-hmm.
So then taking this inspo, kind of shift this over here.
Kerwin saying this. Yeah, the person that sold it to me is the person that
Oh, I like that
takes it and
theory.
then sells it to me again.
Yeah.
And it's the same one over and over.
Would you still think you'd get like a clear tarp again?
No, I already ordered it in the second one.
I feel like I'd be paranoid and I would be like, oh, let me get a different color. Just so maybe not to.
No, I don't know. There's nothing I can do about it. It's all good.
It's all good. I don't know.
So you're on the timeline portion.
I'm on the timeline portion, setting a...
You can here delete that. Are you just setting a background color? Just
Yeah.
go ahead and click on the title. Boop.
And
then
the
you can
fill.
do that there.
Wait, actually, I drop it to this
Oh
color.
yeah, perfect.
Nice. So I'm into shapes, so let's see if I can have like a kind of like a thicker one here. Move it over. I think something like that's good, but then utilizing this kind of blue. Actually, this should match the blue as well.
Those are very I feel like they're very nice calming colors.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm into the soft pink. It's like nice and like warm and everything.
Actually, I should lower this opacity to match the enter button. So this opacity is at a 70. What if I did a 70 here as well? It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I like it.
So maybe to fit the comedians, it can be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
No border. This actually still has a border on there. Then duplicating this right here. It's kind of nice. Kind of have equal distance from each other. This would be pretty
I like
cool.
it. And then you'll have to put somehow put the years down or something.
Yeah. And
I guess into more detail. But
yeah. Thinking maybe within the circle. Could be right here. Could have it. Or it could be cool too. I think I did a sketch. Maybe on here. Oh, let's see.
Because it could also be on that timeline. Could have.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Could have
something
the dates. And even for these people, I think, because if you put it on the circle, it might get a little specific, but.
The dates on the circle?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, not because I'm just thinking for each person, you just need to know sort of the decade that they were popular in. You know what I'm saying? It's not I don't know if it'll ever be an exact date for any one of these people. They all started out and became super popular, and it was some trajectory. So yeah,
they had the decades of that they were really big
associated with.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So then let's see. I can try something where I can play around with one of the illustrations. So I think my pioneers, I have a Lucille Ball. I'm gonna drag her in there. Oop. Me.
Okay, is this a ping file?
Yeah.
Sweet.
PNG. So let me resize her. maybe there's something too where I can.
We can put her in that side. We can mask her in there.
Yeah. So let's see. Actually, I don't think I've masked in XD before.
Yeah. So go ahead and just like duplicate the circle behind her. So or whatever. Like there's one.
Cool.
Like cut that and paste it on top of her.
Oh, I
so
see.
basically whatever's on top is going to be the mask. And now if you can try to select her, and you can actually, if you click right down
to the layers.
Yeah. It might be easier to select both of those.
Gotcha, so both these two.
Yeah, can you do like a shift select? Okay, and now actually minimize XD, because, we need just the top bar. So object.
So mask with shape?
Yep, yeah, you got it.
Cool. Boop. There she is.
So now double click on her, double click on that, and now you should be inside of it. Select Lucille and scale her up.
Oh, I see.
So we can just kind of make sure she fills that up a little bit more, and it's okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Nice. Cool. I think I so I did the PNG, but maybe I could have a white background because you can still see some of the watercolor there.
Oh,
but we
yeah.
can adjust that tomorrow. This is maybe just like a placeholder for now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So Lucille, and let's try. So I think this started off like 1930s to 1950s. So let's try kind of having some white text over.
Yeah, that's good, Kerwin. I like your just like listing the major work during their peak during that decade. Like for the details, we'll definitely get into like that stuff. I think that sounds awesome.
For sure.
But yeah, like right here, this is kind of the range.
Yeah. So then we can find her. Let's see. Then we would have someone like, say, Mary Tyler Moore.
Ooh, and check. Okay, so drag her, and then see if you can drag her right into that circle.
I tried it, but then it did the pink fill. But I guess would the workaround just change the fill color?
Yeah, I think it basically made that a mask. So what I would so I would just go ahead and copy and paste another circle behind her to give her to make it blue or white or whatever later. Just
so
like
right there, and then let me extend this panel.
I apologize for my cough. Ooh, watercolor background, that'd be good.
Oh, that would be really cool, actually. It's a great suggestion.
Into that.
So then...
Yeah, drag Mary Tyler Moore. Bring to front. Yeah, that works.
Front.
Is that... oh, you had this circle selected.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hard part because it's
Get
behind
Mary
it.
in there. So bring forward. No.
Or just, if you grab that Mary Tyler Moore layer, drag it up to the very top. That way we know it's in front.
She's in front, yeah. Again, this will be it's kind of the watercolor effect, but day 2 we'll have it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. So this would be something like, let's do right here.
I actually do like that font.
It's a great one.
Feels like retro.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like the name Utopia too.
Oh yeah, that is fun.
Kind of has.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite font?
I do. It's Lust Script Pro.
Oh really?
Because it just sounds cool, Lust. And it has all these alternates to it. Like it has these flourishes that are alternates.
Oh, nice.
It looks really cool.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's and it's an Adobe font.
Cool.
I can share with you. It's not used for a lot of projects, but it's fun if you want a fun script type font.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite fonts, typefaces?
Yeah, I may have like a go-to. Other than that, I typically pick a Helvetica New. I'll use a lot.
Helvetica's good.
And then there's like Acumen Pro. Acumen has this is a variable font. So basically, there's 50 different versions of this font. Like
Wow.
from thin to thick, from tightly spaced to stretched, and that's why I use it, because there's like lots of different options.
It's called Acumen?
Acumen.
I don't think I've used
Acumen Pro.
I think Helvetica's a good one.
Or Acumen Variable Concept. And then what was that?
I think Helvetica's a great one too.
Yeah.
There's so many variations, which is interesting.
Exactly. That's why kind of meets every situation.
For sure.
And that's what I think XD actually will need as well, is the fact that you should be able to select alternate glyphs.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Gotham. That's a cool name for a font, by the way.
There's actually, I think, a documentary on Netflix about Helvetica.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have not watched it. I think I started to one day, and I'm like, I should really be into this, but I was like, I just was not into it. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch a show about a font, and I'm like, I should like this, but no.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm gonna watch like something else. I'm gonna watch Lost in Space instead.
I think it's on my watch list. Eventually, I'll get to it, but I think it's
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's probably on my watch list too.
I didn't realize how often Helvetica is used for how often we've been looking at it, really.
Yeah. Again, a good go-to to use and then modify to your liking.
Yeah. We'll do Shirley MacLaine. Oop.
Oh, so sorry.
No worries.
I'll let you work on that. I'll just show you. So Less Script Pro. This happens to be in Illustrator or whatever, but like you have alternate glyphs for fonts, and I want to be able to like boop and like right in here. See? Actually, let me zoom out. Move this over, because that's what I want for this Y is like a longer flourish like that. What about the M? Yeah, let's have that.
I really like
come
that
down,
font.
Right?
Yeah.
So you kind of.
I love that
get
W.
the idea. The D like that, right? So it just
this is
makes
great.
It super fun.
And which one is this one again?
This is Last Script.
Last Script.
Aquatico, that's a good one too as well. I don't know Aquatico, but I'll check it out. Emily.
Nice. So then let's drag Shirley to the top. Oh, I think because it's a PNG, maybe that blue kind of gets to it, but no worries. We can select a different one. I'll try.
They are hearing music in the background, by the way. It's quiet in here. We would like to say that we hear the same music you do.
Yeah.
But it's just me and you in here.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any music.
Not hearing it.
But what song is it?
I like bob my head and I act like I can hear it. Yeah, this is a good jam.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good jam. Thanks to DJ Pac-Man over there. DJ Pac-Man is his name.
Do you have a favorite song right now?
I'm into this band. They're called the band Camino, and that's what I've been listening to.
The band Camino?
The band Camino. That's their name, and nobody knows of them, and you can't find them anywhere.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, they're cool.
They sound cool. It's a great name to have, the band Camino.
The band Camino.
Yeah.
I might see them when they come to Denver.
Nice.
That's where I live.
What's
trying to figure
Denver
out
like?
Super cool.
Yeah.
This is cool. Oh, Railway's a fun font. Yeah, Denver's good. I mean, Miami's awesome.
Miami's great. It's very warm.
Excuse me.
No, it's fine.
It's super warm here. It's been like 90s. Everybody's freaking out about how hot it is here, by the way.
Yeah, I when I landed, I was actually wearing like a wool sweater, and I was like, oh, this is perfect for San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, no way.
It's like, oh, no, I'm back in Miami.
I'm not wearing this thing. It's going to drop tomorrow, though, I think, so.
Yeah. There was a nice breeze today.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Huxel, good to have you here.
Good to have you.
Welcome. And Lena.
Cool. So I think maybe this kind of gets tricky, but I think an easy fix for it here would just to be filled in that blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So can I tell you what I have hooked up at home?
Oh, yeah.
I have Sonos sound system, and I use If This Then That. It's IFTTT, I think. So basically, it has geofencing. So when I get home, it plays a track. Like I have entry music to my house.
That's amazing.
So when I walk in, it's like I just feel cool.
Do you feel like you're in a movie?
Yeah, I do feel like
it's like your intro scene.
Have it play a playlist.
Yeah.
But all in that playlist is just one song.
Oh my
God. It's my intro music.
And it's from the Camino?
No,
band?
it's actually a song from Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh, I have not seen
I think it's one of those situations where Ryan Gosling enters the room, like enters the bar. There's a really cool track.
Yeah.
That's the song, and it makes me feel cool.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
I feel like Night Fever by the Bee Gees is my
Night Fever. I don't even know how that goes.
Really?
Night Fever.
Tones off, but it's a good one.
Okay, I'll have to. I wish we could play it, but we don't have the rights.
Maybe that could be like the soundtrack. Those 2 like seconds that I just.
Yeah. You can hum it. You can hum it. You'd be all right.
I feel like I never had like the humming gift. You know? Are you good at humming?
Yeah, some people are like pitch perfect, and I'm not pitch perfect.
No.
I can get there, but some people like are pitch perfect.
That's wild. I played the flute once, but I don't think. So we will do. Let's see. Just a little placeholder we can do.
Denver is bipolar. Let me know what you mean by that, Josh. Just kind of curious. Because it sounds like it's a joke. The punchline to something. I don't know. Yeah, I listen. When you design, are you listening to music?
For sure. Yeah.
What do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of Lizzo. Lizzo's
Lizzo.
great.
I love Lizzo.
Yeah, it always like pumps me up and it makes me feel like I've had another cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Good. Yeah. Yes, I am. She's good hype, like,
Yeah.
you know, own it. Own it.
Yeah.
Do your thing. You get it, girl. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's also like good on the way to work music.
Okay, yeah.
So just a note that these will have backgrounds and tomorrow.
What we can always do with those, we can do a number of things. Because that background could be, we can make that a global color, so then we can change it later at any time.
Okay, cool.
So, but we can work on that later. Maybe when you drop in the last one or whatever, or however long. Kerwin played the recorder. Does anybody know remember the recorder?
I think I do.
This thing.
I think I bought one, like it was part of music class or something.
Yeah, totally was. Like, yeah.
So for this, I'll do present day. And I think I will do present day. Do you have a preference for Leslie Jones or Mindy Kaling?
Mindy Kaling.
Cool. The Mindy Show was a great show.
Yeah.
So let me duplicate the circle.
I think she's somehow. Is there some news recently about her being involved with Captain Marvel in some way?
Really?
Like, I don't know if she's doing voiceover or something for it. I thought I saw it
That would
come
be super
across my
cool.
news feed. Anna wants to know if you're designing a website or an app.
A website. But maybe an app one day.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be like
You can
the...
literally do both.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking something like this. Now, what was the... I think you said...
Oh, yeah. So I would... Let's see where we're at here. So all those are up there. These are probably all your background circles.
Yes.
Right there. And let me just kind of boop. Zoop. And so with all of them selected, we'll go ahead and pick like that color. So I just changed them all. I can change them all to any one of these. But let's take this blue. We can do edit. And now we can like change it. And it looks like I missed one.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Sorry, Mary. Right there. Shift. No, Paul. Shift click. And then command click. There we are. Now we have them all selected.
Cool.
But this is cool because all I did, I just picked this. It could even actually just be that white.
Oh, I kind of like that white.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But now that it's all tied to that one, we can just right-click Edit, and then we change that into anything we want.
That's awesome to any color that we would have.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Maya's okay. Maybe I can.
That's the power of having like the assets panel. Like,
yeah.
You can do the same for the fonts and everything.
I just wonder. There's something nice about. I don't know. What do you guys think? Line, no line?
So sorry.
Let's see. Like, what if I, instead of having a line, just kind of emphasized it with this blue? What do you think? Do you think it needs the line to read the timeline?
I think it does.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I like that idea, but I like this. Definitely like.
I guess it's more obvious as like a timeline feature.
Yeah, exactly. And it just gives those illustrations a place to like rest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes designs float around, and it's good to ground it on like a plane. So that's what's happening there. So, into it.
Cool.
That works.
So then, let's move these guys over. Just have it here for reference.
And you could do the same, so you could drop them in those boxes too.
Oh yeah, and it would.
Illustrations. It's basically kind of like the same thing.
Okay.
Actually, want to do something cool?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm down.
Let's do something cool.
Something cool sounds good.
Keep this first box, delete those other three.
Deleted.
Yeah, and then select that one and do the repeat grid like we did earlier.
Oh yeah, so repeat. So
There we
cool.
are. And now let's go to your desktop and we'll select 4 images. We'll just select 4 images of I take that back. What do you want to go in here? Is it going to be text or images of the people?
That's a good question.
Or
so
both.
I think, yeah. Something that I was thinking about was having the illustrations of people, but I wonder too. That is an interesting
I think that would be good. I think it would be good to almost have both.
Yeah.
And it could just say, maybe it's just their
like the
first
genre name. Yeah.
It could just be like Lucille and Alana and things
Yeah.
like that. And then when you click on it, that full detail, Alana Glazer.
Gotcha.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's a great suggestion.
So with all 3 of those, or all 4 of those, with that, like that, go to your desktop, where your photos are.
I think it's on my folder here.
Cool. And then like select 4 images, and then click and drag and drop it right on the first one.
First one?
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
really nice. And since this is a repeat grid, if you had 6 elements, you only dropped in maybe 4 images.
Yeah.
You can tell it. I'm gonna start repeating them, but
Yeah.
that's also like, because sometimes you just need to give, here's the impression of all these comedians or whatever.
That's so cool.
So, and that actually even looks really good on that pink, by the way.
I like
the
that
background.
pink. Yeah.
It looks really good. So here's another thing you could do. Now that if we want to add their name, we can double click in here and then go to text.
Like a text box?
Yeah. Just click and type in
Carol.
Yeah, and it's okay if it's okay.
Amazing.
Perfect. This is exactly what we want, Carol. So the design is tied together, but the content can be different.
That's great.
So this is Ellen.
Yes.
So yeah, obviously Ellen.
I've always wanted a pantsuit like Ellen. I think she has the best pantsuits.
The best pantsuits.
Yeah.
I think you are right.
Right? Then we have Kristen.
Sweet. Yeah, this really works out well. And see you, and let's just like go a little larger here.
Oh yeah, the
This
tendency of minimizing.
just so everybody can.
For
It might be
sure.
kind of hard to see on the stream. This is what I absolutely love. This is my favorite shortcut. Command 3 will zoom
Love
full
that.
screen to whatever you have selected. It'll
Yeah.
bring that up full screen. But this is good. So since they're in these boxes, they're
Yeah.
already like grounded by these structures. So I think if you added a background color here, I think it will just be too boxy and not
Oh, you think so?
I like how
Yeah.
it's like this hidden line there, and let's like deselect. In fact, let's just double click in there and turn that off. the stroke off. Like
That's nice,
there's
yeah.
already a clearly defined box around each one of them.
That's
I
a
think
really
that
good
looks pretty
point.
good. So yeah, into it.
Cool.
See how fast that made it though? Like,
That was great. Repeat grid. I feel like I need a shirt that just says repeat grid.
Yeah. repeat grid. I'll just have to think about that.
Yeah.
Like what that would look like in clothes.
I think my favorite shortcut is just Control-Z. I'd be lost without it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a favorite one other than?
I would be like, well, I do that all the time, even in real life. If I knock something over, I'm like, Control-Z.
No.
Or Command-Z.
It's like a spell.
If you're on a Mac or PC.
Yeah.
Command-Z. Oh, no. But, yeah, and then out of all the features here, I actually really like this. The Assets panel, super powerful. Yeah. And then Repeat Grid is probably my favorite.
Nice.
So.
I actually think this is probably missing a part where we can drag them down and say the genre name, right? So if my first category would be the pioneers of comedy. So again, these are just placeholders. The pioneers of comedy. And then maybe making this a little bit bigger. Moving it down. But maybe this needs like a little bit, should be a little bit smaller. Can I resize the repeat grid?
You can. How you want to do that is like you want to actually just double click. And with that box selected, just scrunch it up maybe from the bottom is what I would do is like, and then it does it uniformly.
That's so cool.
Right? And you can distort it, so you can still expand that out. Like they could still be the same width, by the way. But you can kind of get it squared away however you want to.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super easy. What else can we do here?
I feel like I need maybe like a nav bar.
Yeah.
So move this over, and then I can move this title down, get rid of this border. But then making this a little bit smaller. So maybe this is at an 80, maybe moving it to 70.
I'm working on some of the illustrations, so don't think I'm ignoring you.
Not at all. So let's say these are 19, I think I have 1930 to 1950. This would be great. And then maybe making this a little smaller. 30s.
So sorry, everyone. All right, so welcome. Actually, we have less than 10 minutes for the design challenge, by the way.
So exciting.
Yeah, again, like all about sort of package tracking, if you will. So again, you can find that in the challenge tab. And yeah, all you do is jump in here, visualize order status and progress. And you're given a starter file, which is also just a very awesome. So we'll review those. We'll review those through Discord, by the way. So you can. That's where we kind of can keep the conversation going, by the way. So because we don't want you to leave us just yet.
Stay.
We just want you to hang out and like let's talk about stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So we'll review that. And again, all about order status and progress.
Super cool.
And Bree, to answer your question, yeah, maybe you want to answer, Melissa, what you're doing? Like, in terms of, like, for people who just joined us.
For sure. So I'm doing a website on the evolution of women in comedy. So I'm using illustration and a timeline to really break down how the landscape of comedy has evolved over time.
Very cool.
And feel free to let us know who your favorite comedians are.
Yeah. Alana Glazer, I was like kind of in love with her for a bit.
Yeah,
I was
she's
like
great.
so into her. I was like in love with her for a little while.
Yeah.
Like I totally had a comedy crush on her.
Well, I feel like Abby Jacobson too has like a book out that was just like amazing. It wasn't like very funny. There were like parts of it. It's like a memoir, but it was just so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh, fascinating.
Have you listened to Phoebe Robinson?
No, I don't think I know who she is, and I feel like I should because I thought I knew comedians. Phoebe Robinson.
Yeah, she's part of a duo called Two Dope Queens.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
Phoebe, and then what's the other girl's name?
Jessica Williams.
Jessica Williams.
Yeah.
Amazing. Both
So
are really
good.
good. You listen to their podcast?
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
like gets me.
And they have a Netflix special.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's
Or
like
not
HBO.
Netflix, sorry, HBO.
Yeah.
HBO.
I watched it on
I've
the
seen
plane.
I've seen all the HBO ones.
It's so good.
I like her co-host. What's her name?
Phoebe Robinson.
Yeah, Phoebe, and then what's her?
Jessica Williams.
Jessica Williams.
Yeah.
I think Jessica Williams is awesome.
She's your fave?
She's my favorite. Totally have a crush on her too. Not gonna lie.
She's great. I mean, they both have impeccable fashion too, which I think
They
is
do.
great.
Boy, it's fun to watch. I'm glad they turned that podcast into an actual show on HBO.
Yeah. Cool.
Into it. And they would be like, definitely like a new generation.
Definitely.
Like that would be like the up-and-comer section probably, right?
Yeah. So part of like my, I have Phoebe Robinson in the older version, but I should add her and Jessica Williams together.
Yeah.
It's actually a good suggestion. Maybe I'll do that tonight to incorporate it for tomorrow.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
And to get about 6 minutes, we'll review your order status. We'll check the status of your order status, design updates. This site is all about ordering a comedian to come and perform at your house.
Who would you order?
You'd be like, that's a good question. It's almost like who would I want to have dinner with? Actually, who would I order? I don't know. It's so weird.
I guess dinner with is...
I like dinner.
Dinner's
I
good.
think I actually really like Ellen DeGeneres. Like, again,
Nice.
she's like on the screen. I'm like, she's
Speaks to you.
been through a lot. Like
Yeah.
you know, she came out as being like homosexual on her show. Her show was canceled. She did the whole was Dory, right? In Finding Nemo.
I forgot about that.
Like, and it's just fascinating hearing her life. It's
Yeah.
just kind of done some stuff, so it's pretty impressive. What about you?
That's tough. I feel like living or...
It could be
Like
anyone.
anyone?
Anyone and at any time. Like, it could be a young Carol Burnett or like when she's
like
the height of her fame.
That's interesting.
I might do Mae West if that's the case. Just 'cause
Yeah.
she's like, yeah.
I feel like she would be someone that just is very silent.
Maybe.
Or maybe that's the impression that
Yeah. But I think she would, if she was around in this day and age, I think she would be like a cutting edge comedian. That's what I think.
I think I would do, I don't know, I'm going to keep true and say Tina Fey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Into it.
Tina Fey. But also maybe Phoebe Robinson. It's a tie. Like maybe I can split up my dinner time.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. All three of you can be there.
Cool. So then I have home as an option, menu, and about. If I can. Didn't work out. It's alright.
I'm just working on some
It looks amazing.
illustration, like just some thoughts kind of based on what you were saying about simplifying. Like what you've done here is you really like simplified each one of them. So that's pretty cool.
Thanks. I love that red. It's a great color.
Yeah, the red is nice. What I'm doing is trying to add some.
Let me feel like maybe that's a little big, so I'll add a little space, some breathing room.
Ludoval says Lucille Ball.
Yeah? That's a good one.
That's who I'm working on right now. On my screen.
Classic. What we try doing.
Let's like switch over. You can obviously see kind of what I'm doing with Lucille Ball since you mentioned her. Again, I'm trying to just add like, I would only have like, add a couple colors is all I'm thinking. Like
yeah.
maybe 2.
I think those are great.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not even sure if this is working, but I kind of like this brush. I'm working with just a mouse, so I'm not getting any variable pressure. But this is just with Kyle's, this watercolor artist
so cool.
brush. You know, so again, it's nice having this. I can reorganize this, by the way, and put this up in with my favorites. But I'm so glad we organized this or allowed you to organize it.
Yeah.
Because you could have so many brushes and you could lose them. It's hard to work with.
For sure.
Like, I think I already did something weird. Did I change the color? Either way, that looks kind of cool.
I kind of like that, yeah.
Okay, good. Into it.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, so.
This is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You are too kind. Oh, sorry.
No worries. Let's see. Going back to my accordion exploration. So then, this Carol, let's see how she looks like. Yep. Let's duplicate this.
Oh, so you're doing the expanded part, right?
Yeah.
Expanded accordion.
Seeing how that looks.
Yeah.
Let's drag Carol over. Cool. So maybe I want to do this kind of and scale it.
And this is this the detail page?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like give, okay.
So maybe she should be a little bit smaller. This is interesting too, since they don't,
Lorem ipsum. All right, fantastic. Because you might have to add text to this.
Yeah.
As well. I did want to point out that XD like has plugins like available.
Oh yeah.
One of those, I'll just switch over real fast, is one that's called Lorem ipsum. So this will just fill anything.
Oh, similar to Illustrator.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So right in here, we click and drag. There's our text. Oops. Paul, what are you doing? Get it together. Get it together. All right, fine. I'm gonna select that. I don't even know if I need. I thought I had a. I can't fill with placeholder text. Okay, so give me one more second.
No
I don't
worries.
know why it disappears, but like here. Okay, so there's a text element. I typed into it. Lorem ipsum, fill with placeholder text. I clearly read all of that. And let's just go ahead and fill it without punctuation. But
nice.
Obvious,
that's great. Cool.
Yeah, so we're expanding this out. There's like a ton of things that you can do with the plugins. There's all sorts of things. Like even if you want to just like different personas or people, or pull from Photo Splash, like just all sorts of different options. Confetti is another.
What's the? Is it just confetti?
I don't remember. Let's try it. Oh, you just add confetti if it's placed inside of an artboard. So that's what I would have to do. Let's take a look at this. This is the starter file, by the way, for the challenge, which our challenge design, feedback says that it's time to review that stuff. Confetti. There we are. Randomize opacity, randomize rotation, scale, run. There we go.
Nice.
Made confetti of that one element.
Solid confetti.
Just fun stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about comedians.
Yeah, we're laughing.
It's a party. There's confetti going on and all that fun stuff. Well, fantastic. I'm going to switch back over to your just to see where yours is at, and then I will pull up.
Yeah.
I need to.
So I actually have text for these ladies. Let me pull that up. Yeah. Minimize this. I think I have it for the first 2 categories. Yeah. So let's see. Perfect. Now I wonder too if I want like maybe not a white fill, but maybe a border. But I actually think the white's good for like text and legibility for the accordion. What do you think?
What's that?
For the accordion, the expansion, having a white background.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it'd be easy to read the text on it. Where's the text going to go? Or you incorporate the text and then we can...
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
See here. Oh, maybe. Needs to be a little smaller. Do like a 20. I actually think this might be a case where we have like a header font that's a little bit more decorative, but then we have the body text that's a little bit more simple.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So we can do something like a Helvetica. Not bold, but maybe regular. Raise it up a little bit, do like a 40. Spacing, 50. Maybe reduce it to like a 35. Ovido. Cool. Put Utopia.
Yeah, design feedback time. I hear you. I hear you, Huxel. I am not. Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys to get some of yours in, and we will review them.
Exciting.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, there we go.
Cool. And maybe getting rid of that border that's right there.
Yeah.
Something like that could be cool.
Yeah, that does work better. And then there would be like the other people right here.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. We.
Nice sound
totally
effect.
Get that. Oh, it's fun sound effects. But yeah, no, this totally works.
Cool.
So the illustrations look good.
Yeah.
The fact that you have ping files that have transparency just gives you, it's just like much more versatile working with those.
For sure.
Putting
I
in
think
different scenarios.
tomorrow I'll have like a white background just for more
Okay.
graphic
Yeah.
elements. But yeah. It's cool.
No, it's coming along nicely. I'm excited, and you'll probably do some prototyping so we
Yeah.
can link these screens together and stuff.
For sure. I'm interested in seeing how like little micro interactions could really make the experience.
Yeah, which is really fun, like the whole idea of auto-animate and stuff. We can
Oh yeah.
kind of go through some of that. It'll be fun.
Actually, let me copy this.
All right, we will just go through design feedback. Right now.
Cool.
If you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this. Okay, let's go. Switching over, thank you so much. So here I am in Discord, by the way, just click right over here, challenge tab, Discord. You can look at the stuff with me. Feel free to comment on those, be like, hey, fantastic job. I think I just downloaded this one, actually. So this is Nicholas's.
Cool.
It's Nicholas, which is right here. So let's just view this one full screen and just kind of check out what he's been doing. Starting at the top, this is a video that he's recorded, which is awesome.
Cool.
Click, order a cheeseburger with lettuce, pickles, ketchup, special notes, add
Nice.
some stuff,
Have a map in there.
have a map, yeah, order.
Cool.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a nice little interaction.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I like too the coloring, the kind of contrast.
This is, yeah, that, with that black overlay or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like really nice.
That's great.
And that popular. So go to order history, track order.
Nice.
That slides in. I'm going to hit play now. Okay.
Cool.
Food being prepared. You know, on down the line. So that looks pretty good. I like
looks
this last
great.
screen. All really straightforward. You know.
I think it's great because it has, it's very visual heavy. So with the food app especially, it kind of makes the viewer a little bit hungry, right? I was looking
Yeah.
at the food and I'm like, oh, this kind of looks great. So
Got Good job, and a short amount of time, because this was just given to them like an hour and a half ago.
This is great.
Whole project.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things you could do, like in terms of like capitalization, like this is capitalized, this is not. Maybe you want to do initial caps for everything, might be good.
Maybe a little bit, like you were saying, the caps lock for consistency. Yeah. And then maybe thinking about maybe instead of red using green, it's like a signal to go. Something you're familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. Oh, ETA. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting.
Yeah. I think for me, when I'm ordering food, I always think it's helpful to see how many minutes it translates to. So if I have like 5 minutes left.
Yeah,
or
before it gets there. Yeah, that would be good, that countdown.
Yeah.
I kind of like this. I was wondering like if this time should be like down here, like delivered, you know, ETA 3:30.
Right, as like the final step once you've entered that in.
Yeah, and I just, because I'm looking down, blah, 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 oh, it's not delivered yet. When will it be delivered? I kind of want to see this ETA down here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's all I'm seeing. But yeah, good hierarchy of information, and this whole flow is great.
Yeah.
Sides. Good, so you're putting in, that's your order. That's the in and out that you're ordering from. Yeah.
Cool.
That's good.
Looks great.
Boy, just eating lots of fast food though. I'm noticing. So much fast food.
I'm excited to try In-N-Out again. Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they don't have those in Miami. Well, they don't have them in Denver either.
Really? Do they have Shake Shack in Denver?
No.
Oh.
Don't have either one.
It's like a debate, Shake Shack versus In-N-Out.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever had Shake Shack.
Oh, yeah? It's pretty.
Isn't that a New York City thing?
It is, but now they have some. They have one in Miami. I think they're kind of going down the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Is that your favorite place then?
I think so. Maybe I have to like do another evaluation.
There is a Shake Shack in Denver, and I have eaten
Really?
there, and it is good.
Yeah?
Yes, I take that back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you compare it to like In-N-Out?
Yeah, but I think they're both good. I mean, burger, it's like a burger, it's like meat and cheese and like
there's bread.
It's a good burger. Yeah,
A burger's a burger.
Yeah, it's like splitting hairs.
It's like even a bad burger is still kind of a good burger.
That's what I think about pizza. Like it's hard to screw up pizza. Like it's like bread and cheese. What's not to love?
Yeah, it's true.
Usually. Let's take a look at. Is this cars? Wait, hold on. Let me go up. I might have scrolled too far. I'm just trying to figure out where this one starts. So Pardon posted this.
Oh, cool.
Pardon. It's this Brett food. So this is Pardons. Appreciate posting the link. Cool thing about posting this link, we'd be like, this is great. You know, you can
nice. Give them feedback.
Comments, yeah. Plates, love it. We can go. We should be able to go like full screen like that if we want to.
Cool.
And just kind of click through this. Or we don't have to actually literally click through. Log in. Ooh, that was fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Log in.
Cool. Your favorite
Sustainable nomming.
That's great.
Like that. Let's search for curry.
Hurry.
Let's go ahead and refine the search. Let's go in here, let's refine it. And go back to explore. And I can scroll through. Let's look at these crusty pies.
Nice, so you see.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
This is a full-on experience. You could do, there we go.
Nice.
That's what I was
slider
looking for.
effect.
Yep. There's so much you can do with the prototyping in here.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening at that point. Ooh, there we go. Price range. Wow, this is very fleshed out. Like, notice as I click off of it, there's hotspot hints on there.
Nice.
So they highlight. And so I can add that price range, click apply. And this is the only place that is in within that price range.
This is great.
Let's get into the ordering. Your recent noms.
Oh, nice. So you kind of see the,
I like that.
Yeah, the menu items and the total. Cool. I like the option to reorder as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, everybody is like this. Everybody's like ordering from the same place. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have the chicken from the so-and-so place.
For sure, because once you have that that menu item secured, you just go back to your favorite.
Mm-hmm. Very into it. That's a good job. This is fantastic.
This looks
great. This is looks like it's about done. Oh wait, this is an auto animate too, or a timed transition. See?
So mastering doing it. Nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. This is using like all the elements of XD, especially like the prototyping. Because here we have time transitions. We have the slider right here.
Yeah.
And then we saw earlier when I first launched this.
That little.
Yeah, that little animation, right? So we could always click on this home, go back to the first page. Boom, boom.
Love it. Log in.
Right?
Nice.
So that's... See that little
That
part?
looks great.
And this, what's happening here, watch it go. Boop. It slides. That's probably that's a transition, definitely. That's just a transition. But yeah, there's so many things you could do, which we didn't even get into. We'll get into it tomorrow for sure.
Day 2.
Yeah, day 2. But man, thoroughly impressed.
Yeah. In such a short time span, this looks amazing.
Yeah, and this might be... This might have been started a while ago, but like regardless of how long it took you, like this is still really cool project.
Yeah.
And again, working through day 5 still. Yeah, so good job, Cardone.
Cool.
You're like fantastic. I'm gonna post a happy face. And
the debate in Texas is versus In-N-Out and Whataburger.
Whataburger, that's right.
I've never had Whataburger. Can I attest to it?
Yeah, Whataburger. I probably had it a while ago.
A while
All right, Karen,
ago.
Melody is typing. There we go. Boom. Everybody's doing so well.
It's true.
Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. Boom. We got that works for us. Okay, so we still have like 10 minutes to go. So if more pop up, I'll review them.
Yeah.
I guess we'll switch back to your screen.
Sure.
Say.
Cool. So
As we kind of continue to work on this.
What I want to do is kind of.
Oh yeah, you could take that whole. You could copy. You could take that whole thing over. I would copy the whole.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole. I would take the whole repeat grid.
Oh, I see. So. Could I just
You can just select it. You could just copy it. Just Command C, and then go to that second artboard without the second, and then paste.
Nice.
There you go.
And
then
get
you
rid.
can,
Yeah.
like start to refine this.
So getting rid of. Oh no. If I
Carolina
delete.
says Shake Shack. I'm gonna vote Shake Shack too.
Yeah, is your favorite one?
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't think In-N-Out is all that. Oh, cool! Look at this, we like In-N-Out. I like Shake Shack. Actually, what I like is Smash Burger.
I have not had Smash Burger. Where's that?
That's really good. I think it's a chain. They have it in Colorado, but just like really fresh, and they have rosemary French fries.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I like the fancy places.
Yeah, I think what I like about Shake Shack is like the variety. They have like milkshakes, some chicken options, veggie options.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Options for your dog.
Really?
Yeah, like a dog biscuit.
Oh, they give you dog biscuits?
Yeah.
There?
You have to pay for them, but yeah.
That's a smart move.
I think so.
Denver's full of dog lovers.
Oh, really?
So you could, for this, because you want to remove Carol at this point.
Yeah, so maybe let me.
How would you could do a number of things.
Could I drag and drop another person?
Excuse me.
So maybe I want to do.
Yeah, that works too. I mean, we can change the names, but yeah, you just need to.
Yeah.
You might need to create a new repeat grid with thinner strips, because we still need to show everybody.
Right.
Like maybe it's, at least 3 strips, but those 3 fit within that space. So repeat grid, have one.
Make it a thinner one.
Make it a thinner one, and then drop the images back in there again. That's what. Can we try it?
Yeah, for sure.
I would just delete. Yeah, delete the whole
Get
thing.
Rid of this.
Yeah.
Cool. So then do this guy right over, maybe something like that, and then I will repeat. Maybe like there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
And then we will drag Miss Ellen. Yes. So
they're holding. We have free peanuts. Yeah. While pressing. That's done. I tried it. But you can drag it to 0. If you want, can go in here. You could actually have a repeat.
Nice.
A circle, repeat grid. For
super cool.
Yeah. So you can get pretty deep in it, and it's pretty darn awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll just switch back to you. Yeah.
Do some names. So then I.
Yeah, Kevin, it'd be interesting if all the illustrations had a subtle animation going on.
That would be super cool. Definitely explore it tomorrow and see.
Yeah.
What size did I do? So this was a 15.
Okay, back. Are those women supposed to be between 1930s and 1950s?
No. Right now it's just kind of like a placeholder. I think tomorrow will be where it's like...
Oh, I think he's talking about that right there.
Yeah. So these are just placeholders right now. I think tomorrow, because we were just seeing the repeat grid and just exploring it, but I think tomorrow will be more accurate.
Yeah,
but also accurate.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. We'll do Fran.
Is that Fran Drescher?
No, it's
no. Fran, what's her last name?
Leibowitz.
Fran Leibowitz. Okay.
Yeah. Nice. She's also like very big with like deadpan humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I know her.
But yeah, I think I like this exploration. I think it'll be something.
Yeah, and what's nice is you could always like take like one of these artboards and like duplicate it and then play with the design just like you would anything else. Like try some other things and then or whatever. But yeah, so yeah,
sure.
this is working. We're actually ready to prototype tomorrow and kind of link some of those things together.
For sure.
And then we could have fun with like the animation. Maybe there's some subtle animation. Maybe there's some auto animate going on. Like, I don't know. Especially between these two, from this screen to that screen.
That would be a good, I think.
Like to have that slide out.
Yeah. I think too, maybe the timeline could be a good opportunity to like.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, circle it around.
Or just allow you to drag, click and drag.
Yeah.
Like drag to the left and right to see different parts of the timeline.
For sure.
Into it, but that's for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but I think we're at a good stopping place. If that's okay with DJ Pac-Man here. It's all right. DJ Pac-Man spinning on the ones and twos today. Melissa, we have you with us tomorrow as well.
Yay.
Melissa Gutierrez from Miami. First time in here. Smartest woman in the room. Smartest person in the room.
No.
By far. And it's good to have you here. But tomorrow we would love to have you join us with Voodoo Val at 9 a.m., by the way.
Okay,
Photoshop
great.
Daily Creative Challenge. So it's like Photoshop in the morning, graphic design, and then we get into UX UI in the afternoon.
Sounds great.
So yeah. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yay.
This is amazing.
You know, did it? Did the jacket does it.
Does the jacket
look at how
it kind of matches the background.
You nailed it.
Wow.
It's like perfect.
It came to me in a dream.
So coordinated. You coordinate with our graphics. I don't know how you do it. It's amazing.
We can add a color palette on XD of the jacket.
I'm into it. I'm into all the like all the different colors. So feel free to stalk Melissa, as Voodoo Val says, on social media and all that stuff in a kind way. Just be like, hey, good job today. Let's connect. We appreciate you, everyone. We appreciate you, Melissa.
Appreciate everyone. Appreciate you.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm just happy to be here and have some awesome company with us. So join us tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.